Jayam Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Parirajakcharya Ashtadada Satta Shri Srimat His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shura Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Founder Acharya His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shura Prabhupada Ki Jai Jaya Om Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Parirajakcharya Ashtadada Satta Shri Srimat His Divine Grace Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Nam Acharya Shri Hari Rastaku Ki Jai Prem Sakha Ho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Dhatra Sri Vasade Gola Bhakta Vinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopinam Shama Kum Radha Kum Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Gangamai Chamunamai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Samaveda Bhakta Vinda Ki Jai Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai Transcendental Prasadam Distribution Ki Jai Hare Rama Sankirtan Ki Jai ISKCON Yuttvagadam Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Pramanandi Haribo Haribo All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Nanayana Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatim Vyasam Tattvajayam Uditrayet Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Utamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Canto, Chapter 5, text number 40 and 41. 1 second. Okay, yeah, that's my plan. So we will read the first verse together, and then I will read the second one. Tat Katyam Chetanam Chatanam, yeah. Kriptam Urubhyam Vitalam Vibho Janubhyam Sutalam Shudam Janhabhyam Tu Talatalam Takatyanchatalam Kriptam Urubhyam Vitalam Vibo Janubhyam Sutalam Sudam Jahabhyantu talataram Takatyanchataram kriptam Urubhyam vitalam vibo Janubhyam sutalam shudam Jahabhyantu talataram Takatyanchataram kriptam Urubhyam vitalam vibo Janubhyam sutalam shudam Jagabhyantu tarataram Takatyanchataram kriptam Jamitanam Vigo. Yanugashutanam Shudam. Mataji's. So I just read the next verse. Mahatanantu kufabhyam prapadabhyam rasataram pataram patatarata iti loka maya pumam tat in his katyam waste cha also atalam the first planetary system below the earth, Kriptam situated Urubhyam on the thighs, Vitalam the second planetary system below, Vibhoho of the Lord, Janubhyam on the ankles, Sutalam the third planetary system below, Shuddham purified, Jahabhyam on the joints, Tu Bat, Talatalam the fourth planetary system below, Mahatalam the fifth planetary system below, Tu But Gufabhyam situated on the calves, Prapadabhyam on the upper or front portion of the feet, Rasatanam the sixth planetary system below, Patalam the seventh planetary system below, Padatalata on the bottom or soles of the feet. Iti thus, Lokamayaha, four of planetary systems. Pumam, the Lord. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. My dear son Narada, know from me that there are 7 lower planetary systems out of the total 14. The first planetary system, known as Atala, is situated on the waist. The second, Vitala, is situated on the thighs. The third, Sutala, on the knees. The fourth, Talatala, on the shanks. The fifth, Mahatala, on the ankles. The sixth, Rasatala, on the upper portion of the feet, and the seventh patala on the soles of the feet. Thus, the Virat form of the Lord is full of planetary systems. Purport. Modern enterprises, the astronauts who travel in space, may take information from Srimad Bhagavatam that in space there are 14 divisions of planetary systems. The situation is calculated from the earthly planetary system, which is called Bhuloka. Above Bhuloka is Bhuvaloka, and the topmost planetary system is called Satyaloka. These are the upper 7 lokas, or planetary systems. And similarly, there are 7 lower planetary systems, known as Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patala lokas. All these planetary systems are scattered over the complete universe, which occupies an area of 2 billion times 2 billion square miles. The modern astronauts can travel only a few thousand miles away from the Earth, and therefore their attempt to travel in the sky is something like child's play on the shore of an expansive ocean. The moon is situated in the 3rd status of the upper planetary systems. And in the 5th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, we shall be able to know the distant situation of the various planets scattered over the vast material sky. There are innumerable universes beyond the one in which we are put, and all these material universes cover only an insignificant portion of the spiritual sky, which is described above as Sanatana Brahmaloka. The Supreme Lord very kindly invites the intelligent human beings to return home back to Godhead in the following verse of the Bhagavad Gita. Abrahma bhuva no loka puna avati nojuna man upatyantu konteya puna jama nanvityate. Beginning from Satyaloka, the topmost planet of the universe, situated just below the eternal Brahmaloka, as described above, all the planets are material. And one situation in any of the many material planets is still subject to the laws of material nature, namely birth, death, old age, and disease. But one can get complete liberation from all the above-mentioned material plans when one enters into the eternal Brahmaloka, Sanatana atmosphere, the kingdom of God. Therefore, liberation as contemplated by the speculative philosophers and the mystics is possible only when one becomes a devotee of the Lord. Anyone who is not a devotee cannot enter into the kingdom of God. Only by attainment of a service attitude in the transcendental position can one enter into the kingdom of God. Therefore, the speculative philosophers as well as the mystics must first of all be attracted to the devotional cult before they can factually attain liberation. Om Jnanatiminandasya Jnananjana Shadakaya Chakshu Uminitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Stapidam Yena Buddhare Swayanupakadamahyam Tadatisvam Padandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamanam Shri Gunum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrachatam Sahagana Rakunata Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavan Nishmare Rishabhanu Sudadevi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakaupatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Paditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishvanebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasade Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada, he said that in space, there are 14 divisions of planetary systems. Our earthly planet system is called Bhuloka. And above Bhuloka is Bhuvaloka. Above Bhuvaloka is Svaloka. Above Svaloka is Mahaloka. And above Mahaloka is Janaloka. And then above Janaloka is Tapaloka. And then above Tapaloka is Satyaloka. So these are the upper 7 planetary systems. And similarly, there are 7 lower planetary systems. So below the earthly planetary system is the Atala Loka. And then below Atala Loka is Vitala. And then below Vitala is Sutala. And then Talatala, Mahatala, and then Rasatala, and then Patala Lokas. So actually, I found a very nice video about these planetary systems. So let's take a look at it. Yeah.
So at the bottom of the planetary display we have...
Just 1 second, huh? This video is made by our devotee scientists according to the description of the fifth scandal of the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Shesha holding up the earth. This is Shesh, the empowered incarnation. There we have Ananta speaking Bhagavatam to the 4 Kumaras, and above the 7 subterranean planets.
This is the lower planetary system.
Here we can see Jambudvip, the central island of Bhumandala, and Bharatvarsha is situated on the southern side of that. There's 8 other Varshas with Ilavrita Varsha in the center, various supporting mountains with large trees upon them described in Srimad Bhagavatam. In the very center of Ilavrita Varsha is Mount Meru, Golden Mountain. Atop Mount Meru are the cities of important demigods, Lord Brahma in the center, the 8 Dikpalas in the cardinal directions and sub-directions. Moving out, we can see the broader Bhumandala, 7 concentric islands and oceans surrounding them. The 7th of these islands is Pushkaradweep. On that island is Manasotra mountain, and on the mountain there is various cities of demigods such as Indra. Out further is Loka mountain. These large elephants stand atop Loka mountain to balance Bhumandala. Outside of Loka mountain is Aloka Varsha, which is dark. The rays of the sun and the other luminaries extend up to Loka mountain. On Manasotra mountain here on Pushkaradweep, the sun travels above this mountain at the southernmost point of its annual orbit. Above Bhumandala is Bhuvarloka, which is the residence of the Charanas, Siddhas, Yakshas, Gandharvas, and above there is Swargaloka, beginning from the sun and extending up to the pole star Dhruvaloka. This is the moving part of the planetary display.
So this is the upper planetary system.
Here we can see the sun and the moon. moving in their chariots. The chariots are being drawn by horses moving in the anti-clockwise direction, but they're traveling with the wheel of time, moving in the clockwise direction faster. So it looks as if they're moving backwards. Above them, the zodiac of stars, more planets, and another realm of stars. So here we can see everything moving with the Kala Chakra, circumambulating the axis that connects Mount Meru with Dhruvaloka. Above these planets, we come to the planet of the seven sages, the Saptarshi. You can see them here. They're commonly known as the Big Dipper, and then Dhruvaloka, the pole star. On the ocean of milk situated there, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, who is the Paramatma within everyone's heart, he resides on Anantashesh. Moving up beyond there, we have Mahaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka. In this video, we haven't included many of the details for there, but on Mahaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, we have residences of the Lord, such as Lord Varaha, Lord Vamana, and so on. Here's Brahmaloka, and on Brahmaloka, we also have a form of the Lord Garbhodakshaya Vishnu as the Sahasrashesha Purush. Beyond there is the seven coverings of the universe, earth, water, fire, etc. And outside of the universes is the abode of Lord Shiva, Shivaloka. There he resides eternally. Beyond Shivaloka, we come to Mahavishnu, Karanodakashaya Vishnu, with innumerable universes that are emanating from the pores of his transcendental body. Here you can see him being served by Rama Devi. Then we come to the Brahmajyoti,
so this is
the effulgence of the Lord's transcendental body. Penetrating through the Brahmajyoti, we come to the Vaikuntha planets. We're showing 24 planets of the Vaikuntha realm in this model. The Lord with 4 arms is holding the conch, disc, club, and lotus, and the various combinations of those 4 make 24. Then we come to Goloka Vrindavan. Here we can see Radha Madhava, but we'll also be showing the other primary rasas. Krishna with the cowherd boys, Krishna being served, Krishna with Mother Yashoda. So this is an overview of the planetary display to be shown in the main dome of the temple.
That's it. Yeah. And Srila Prabhupada, he also said in the purport that anyone who is not a devotee cannot enter into the kingdom of God. And only by attainment of a service attitude in the transcendental position can one enter into the kingdom of God. So, who is the devotee? Because Prabhupada said, only the devotee can attain the kingdom of God. Then naturally we will ask, who is the devotees? So in the Bhagavad Gita, there's a very nice, described answer to that question. Krishna said, Yoginam abhisavesham makatenata atmana Shadavam bhajante yomam same yukta tamo mata. Krishna says, and of all yogis, the one with great faith, who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and render transcendental loving service to me. Okay. And of all yogis, the one with great faith, who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and render transcendental loving service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga, and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. That is Krishna's opinion. Actually, Srila Prabhupada, he has written a very wonderful purport to these words. I would like to share a little bit with everyone. Srila Prabhupada, he said, the culmination of all kinds of yoga practice lies in bhakti yoga. And all other yogas are but means to come to the point of bhakti in bhakti yoga. Yoga actually means bhakti yoga. All other yogas are progressions toward the destination of bhakti yoga. From the beginning of karma yoga to the end of bhakti yoga is a long way to self-realization. Karma yoga without fructive result is the beginning of this path. When karma yoga increases in knowledge and renunciation, the stage is called jnana yoga. When jnana yoga increases in meditation on the super soul by different physical process, and the mind is on him means Krishna. It is called Ashtanga yoga. And when one surpasses the Ashtanga yoga and comes to the point of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, it is called Bhakti yoga, the culmination. Factually, Bhakti yoga is the ultimate goal. But to analyze Bhakti yoga minutely, one has to understand these other yogas. The yogi who is progressive is therefore on the true path of eternal good fortune. One who sticks to a particular point and does not make further progress is called by that particular name: Karma yogi, Jnana yogi, or Dhyana yogi, Raja yogi, Hatha yogi, etc. If one is fortunate enough to come to the point of Bhakti yoga, it is to be understood that he has surpassed all other yogas. Therefore, to become Krishna conscious is the highest stage of yoga. Just as when we speak of Himalayan, we refer to the world's highest mountain, of which the highest peak, Mount Everest, is considered to be the culmination. So I just stop here. Are there any questions or comments? Oh yeah, Abai. What is your question, Abai? Microphone, please. Uh-huh. 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 What is your point? Okay. Yes. Another room.
The microphone's about to die. I was wondering if you can remind us. I remember reading that a lot of those lower planetary systems, they're subterranean planets, and they're actually more opulent than the planets of the demigods. Do you know about that? Can you explain?
Yes, I heard about that also.
Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yes, actually, below our, earthly planetary system, there are 7 lower planetary systems, and these lower planetary systems, they are just like heavenly planetary system. Yeah, they are more opulent than, some of them are more opulent than our earthly planetary system. For example, there are planetary systems full of celestial serpents. And those celestial serpents, they would have, big diamond jewelry, this kind on their head. Very, opulent. Maybe Maharaj can speak more about this. Please, Maharaj.
These planets are not for achieving love of Godhead. However, there was an exception made in the case of Bali Maharaj.
Oh, yeah,
Bali
yeah.
Maharaj is a grandson of Prahlad Maharaj.
Right.
And Prahlad Maharaj was blessed with the benediction that many generations which come after him and many which have gone before him will achieve God realization. So although Bali Maharaj went to one of those lower planets, still they were more opulent than Indralokas. And that was because of this benediction that Prahlad Maharaj had enabled him to get. But that benediction was not the real blessing. The real blessing was that Bali Maharaj developed more and more love of God, in spite of the fact that he was surrounded by demons all over the place. That means when you have a background, when you have a grandfather like Prahlad Maharaj, it goes a long way. It's not just grandfather, but it has a strain of love which flows into your own veins and which causes you or gives you a tendency to want to love God, to serve God, to honor God, glorify God. That is not the tendency of the demons. They want to do the very opposite. So therefore, as I said at the outset, Bali Maharaj was an exception, but that place is really a place, as you mentioned quite rightly, a place of snakes. And their general posture and position and feeling is to hurt, to kill, to maim, to do anything that will cause people pain and suffering. Basically, that's it.
Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
That's a wonderful point, Maharaj. So are there any questions and comments? Okay, we will stop here. Thank you very much. Gantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Hare Bol, Hare Bol.